Your afternoon drivers rumble the issues on the Power Station.
Now, citizens of the Republic, last night I had the misfortune to listen to commerce. In Tobago, just like every other village, we all know who the agents of commerce does be. In Canaan, it have Serene. And in Lambo, it had Bunfoot Rosie. Commerce, commerce, commerce. Well, Trinidad and Tobago, take this. In Trinidad, it have Rowley from Whitehall. So at 9:09 last night, 9:09 p.m. last night on the 15th of July, he started with saying with Rohan's daughter coming into the country with a dog and his movilang and his couture. Rohan, I read today in the newspaper, said it's not true. Some woman named Sasha, I have no idea who Sasha is. Sasha Singh is behind spreading that propaganda. He intends to take her to court. All I have to say about that, Minister Sinanan, and to your daughter, if you have been libeled by this Sasha Singh indeed, the courthouse is the place to go. Because joke is joke, but damn joke can't be no joke. And if you and somebody get to it, because all I know about this Sasha Singh name, I don't know the person. All I know about this Sasha Singh name is that she's some socialite who seems to always be attracting couture and manima. That's all I know. I don't know anything else about the person. But she seems, and I'm not saying she's guilty of it, I'm saying she seems to be attracting it. Minister Sinanan said she's behind it, and they intend to take her to the court. We'll see how that play off. Then at 9:20, Rowley say that they are trying to encourage young people to be involved in agriculture. Well, I say to Rowley, lie, damn lie, and statistics. Because the falsehood of you saying you're trying to get people, young people in Trinidad and Tobago involved in agriculture, it must be false at best. The little black boys, the poor black little boys in La Horquetta who wanted to get involved in agriculture and clean up a place of infested dump, a place where the entire La Horquetta community was using as a dump, that created a haven for rodents, snakes, cockroaches, and vermins. And no, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm not talking about the cabinet. I'm talking about a place in La Horquetta. The cabinet is a place for vermin, snakes, and rodents, and so too. But I'm talking about La Horquetta, the community. When they wanted to get into agriculture, as they are doing, your Gary Griffith, that you appointed as the commissioner of police in Trinidad and Tobago, sent the police there with the Housing Development Corporation, threatened them with criminal liability, and only yesterday sought warrants from the courts for the arrest. But you at 9:20 last night, on your Bacchanal, your commerce platform, that platform last night, Richard, reminded me of Hawk and Spit, when people like Betty Wright, Hoyt, And a stream of cross-dressers and Macomé man used to sit down there behind the punching. And when you hear they start a bad talk, they just call people name, you know, including who does pay them for things, you know. And I used to sit down there and listen all. You know much of them I just in jacket and tie with big flag on the car.
Well, we know you're well, Thomas, and we know you know.
And when you're calling them...
Is Pliers who?
Patsy Pliers.
Patsy Pliers, Bill Beak.
And when you're calling them, they just said, no, I can't speak now. I'm going to Parliament. Well, their name does ring out in Hawk and Spit when Betty Wright was there. But that is our next topic. That is not for today.
Can't get from Vienna away from your new condition. Early too. Very good. What an improvement. Go on, Thomas, go on.
And then at 9:29, he started attacking and making clever comments, but all the same, ridiculing Saddam Hussein and suggesting some negative positions about Saddam's sexuality. Our Prime Minister, I want to tell you, this is our Prime Minister on a national platform, you know, right? Then at 9:30, he started crying crocodile tears for sympathy, saying COVID make he poor because he lose 40% and 39% in two mutual accounts that he have. Then at 9:32, he started to cuss the Integrity Commission because he bring up Emailgate and he accused Kamala Prasad Bissessa. He accused Rudal Munilal. He accused the Commissioner of Police. And in the event, you all don't know he's the Commissioner of Police. The same one who does want to mash the cockroach and one shot, one kill. But that conversation, that policy of mashing cockroach and one shot, one kill, that is only for poor black people. Because when he went by a businessman's house, yes, a Syrian big businessman in Sinclair, and they found the businessman with an illegal gun. You know the businessman did not even have to go to court to clear that up?
Sure.
No, the businessman cleared that up right in the police station. You know what he said?
What's that?
He said, you see that safe you all found that gun in?
Mm-hmm.
That was my father's safe, and he died 4 months ago. And whatever is in that safe, you all opened the safe. I don't know what was in the safe. But it was my father's safe. I had no access to it. So I want to tell all you poor little black boys and girls in Trinidad and Tobago, buy a safe and put it in your house. And put your illegal items in it. And when the police come by you, identify a recent dead relative and tell the police that safe is not mine. That was that person's safe. And after that, the police apologized to him. Well, they seized the gun, of course. But
so the police acted as the judiciary?
Yeah. They apologized to him for the inconvenience of carrying him in the station. So
wasn't that supposed to be assessed by a judge?
No, they apologized to him. They accepted his explanation, apologized.
What if it was you, Thomas? You would have been handcuffed.
All now in
locked in a cell overnight.
All now in remand yard.
Yeah, and they're filling up the cell with water.
In a cell with 80 people that designed for 3. Because I poor and black. I'm one of the cockroach that Gary Griffith say he will mash, you know. I am one of the poor black cockroach that have a bullet with my name in the police service, and it's one bullet, because it's one shot, one kill. Well, let me continue. And then that. So he bring up Emailgate. He bring it up again, you know.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then, and he said the Integrity Commission vindicated the then Prime Minister. And a commissioner of the Integrity Commission resigned. But we heard that in 2015 election.
2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and early 2020. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you, I made coffee when he made that turn, you know. Because I say all going to follow, I'm richly aware, you know.
And then he say, and you know, they move a motion. He say, you know. He say, you know, they move a motion to throw me out of the parliament. And that never happened in the thing. And then,
you gotta go to Australia.
Yeah.
In 18 something.
And you know what? Yeah, that never happened in the Commonwealth. I want you all Trinidad to be able to catch this point. That never happened in the Commonwealth.
But Australia.
It only happened in Australia.
Which is part of the Commonwealth.
It was a disappointing meeting last night. Then at 9:34, he say, you know that has called me dictator. We're taking a break. We're going for the news.
Oh, we did.
And we're coming back because I did give some time to Andy, and I accept very much that Guyana development is a serious development. It's a relevant development. Because whether you all know it or not, and I don't want to be accused of anything, but you see the thing is I'm not afraid to speak public interest truth. Because I have no cocoa in the sun. I'm not afraid of those things. Election commission offices, the Guyanese parallel of the EBC, the offices are being burned to the ground as we speak now. The US have sanctioned, not the country, not the Guyanese country, individual members of the Granger administration, including Granger. And I just want you to understand something. Just like Richard and like me, if you're a student of history, well, in my case, degreed in history, and in Richard's case, degreed in economics, we are trained to determine outcomes. All the antecedents in Guyana is very similar and parallel to us here in Trinidad and Tobago. So if we as a society are not prepared to get some things right here in Trinidad and Tobago, then our word to the wise is sufficient. We continue in this after this. So that it was on that basis where I gave some leeway to Andy. Because I think what the Guyanese had to say had some critical instructions for how we conduct our affairs here. Remember there was a place called Fiji that is composed just like us here? And politicians for many years were succeeding on winning elections on race war battles, and eventually one day the two races just clashed with each other and Fiji virtually were burned to the ground. Where they did not have fire, it had blood, and all the circumstances resembled that of Trinidad and Tobago. Guyana is too close to us to not wake up and start considering issues and not race in this election. But we'll continue this assessment of Rowley's speech when we return from the news.
Your afternoon drivers rumble the issues on the Power Station.